Hello, hello, hello. Frazer Brookes here, coming to you live from Cologne in Germany. Good to have everyone on tonight. As always, I'm just going to kind of dive straight into this. Got an action-packed Facebook Live coming to you tonight on how to get people started right. And this is for people who've just got started in network marketing. Maybe you're feeling stuck. Maybe you're in a place where you need to get going again. Who knows, right? And this is for you. So I'm going to share my 7 tips, my 7 steps to getting someone started right. The 7 steps to success for someone to get started right. And before I get started, I'm talking about getting started. And before I get started, I literally scoffed my dinner so fast tonight. So if I kind of look like I'm burping or whatever, just telling you straight up front. Okay, so before I actually get into the meat of the bone, as always, if you could let me know if you're watching live, give us a load of love hearts, and if you're watching the recording, then please type in replay or just type in replay so I know that you're watching the recording. Right, last week I talked about the second part of how to boost your visibility using Facebook. Obviously, how to build your visibility on Facebook. And at the end of that, I announced that I was going to do a UK road tour. And I've got to admit, guys, in my time in the career and even my time looking at my dad's career, I have never been shocked. I've never been shocked as much as I have with you all. Like, genuinely never. I booked 6 venues around the UK, okay? London, Cardiff, Birmingham, Haydock, Leeds, and Glasgow. I originally was going to book 3 events, which was going to be London, Birmingham, and Haydock. And they all sold out in less than 48 hours. And I'm sat here now exactly a week after we promoted it, all right? Exactly a week after promoting it. Sorry, I'm going a little bit. And we've sold 500 tickets to the road tour. 500 tickets. I'm actually having to change the venue in London because I upped it once and I upped it twice and we've sold out again. So I'm going to have to change it again, which will be the last time. So if you are keen and if you're interested to going to that event, either it's the London, the Cardiff, the Birmingham, the Haydock, the Leeds, or the Glasgow, make sure you click the link. It should be there somewhere. Maybe it'll be in a pinned post or somewhere, or someone could type it out for me. theninjanetworker.com/event. Go there, you'll get more details of where we're going to be going and what we're going to be talking about, blah, 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 blah. Get your tickets. They're literally a tenner. You will not have more value for a tenner anywhere in network marketing. I literally promise you. And for those of you who are looking to go to Haydock, I've just got huge plans for that because it'll be the biggest moment in my entire life. And I'll explain to you why when we're at the event. So, again, I'm getting into this, but I need to address something tonight. And Becky, thanks for putting that link there. I really appreciate that. And thanks and if anyone's going to one of those events, literally type in capitals "going" so I can shout out a few of you guys. So I want to talk to you about something, and it might sound a bit disgusting, and I can't believe I'm going to say this on Facebook Live, but it's been driving me crazy. You might have seen a few of my posts recently, and you know that I love network marketing more than anything, apart from my family and my girlfriend and my dog. Okay, and what I've been seeing is certain individuals and I've been seeing certain companies getting absolutely slated. Okay, and I even put a status up saying, hey, if you're bad mouthing another network marketing company or another person, please delete me. And if you're watching this and you're someone who slates or bad mouths other companies, I want you to delete me. I want you to delete me because I don't want anything to do with people like that. And here's why. I want you to understand this. Okay, us men. Right? And I know there's a lot of women, you might laugh at this, but the men out there, I'm talking to the men out there, we often have conversations about the male anatomy, right? And there's this conversation and it goes, oh yeah, size doesn't matter. Oh yeah, no, yeah, size definitely does matter. And women have the conversation as well. But I am here to tell you right now that it's not the meat, it's the motion. It's not the meat, it's the motion. Now that might sound a bit crazy, but what I want you to understand is not what you've got. It's what you do with it. Okay? It's not what you've got, it's what you do with it. Write it down. Remember a small pen a small pencil is better than a long memory. Okay? It doesn't matter if you're in the world's worst company or in the world's best company. Oh, I've got the best comp plan. but I've got the best products. Mine are cheaper than yours. Yeah, but yours are only available in 3 countries and mine are worldwide. Oh, yours is rubbish. Mine's amazing. Blah, 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 blah. Who cares? If you're in the best company in the world and you're doing nothing, you're going to get less than someone who's in the worst company in the world doing more. That is the fact right there in network marketing. I have to address it because it's driving me mental seeing poor girls, like say poor girls, women, men, boys getting absolutely slated by people for basically doing what they're supposed to be doing. And that's building a network marketing business by helping other people to do the same thing. So let's put a line underneath that. I'm not going to really bring it up. I've kind of put two statuses and now a video in 1 week addressing that. So I hope it stops now. And if it doesn't, please delete me. You don't belong in network marketing. Simple as that. Okay, I'm going to go off on a rant. Okay, so let's get into it. Now, if you find value in any of these points, please feel free to let me know. And also feel free to share it into your groups, into your pages, onto your personal page, if you feel like it'd be value. Now, value to me is getting valuable information on a subject that I find valuable. For example, I'm a Liverpool football fan, obviously a Liverpool Football Club fan. And if someone says to me, mate, there are buy one, get one tickets on the next big game coming up, down there on the left, what do I go? I go, oh my God, thanks so much. That was amazing. And I share it with my friends. Guys, we've got to go get the buy one, get one free Liverpool Football Club tickets. Okay? Whereas if someone says to me, Frazer, have you seen those new Louboutin shoes? I think I said that right. Frazer, have you seen those new Louboutin shoes, the one with the red soles? I go, nah. Oh, why not? Because I'm not interested. That's not valuable to me. Okay, so let's get into it, Frazer. Been blabbering on for 7 minutes here. You're here to know how to get someone started right. So let's get into it. The 7 steps to success for someone to get started. And you won't have heard this anywhere else before. Okay, so number 1, the first thing to do, okay, and in fact, I can almost guarantee everyone who's watching this, and in fact, right, if you've been told, as soon as you join, the first thing to do is write the list. Write down a list of names and numbers of everyone you know. If you've been told that, go hard as anything on the love heart button. Just give me a load of love hearts as hard as fast as possible, right? I want to see who out there watching this is being told by their upline that the first thing you should do is to write down your list of names and numbers. I want to see if I'm talking to the right people here, okay? Right? Sinead, did they buy one, get one free because they're Liverpool? No. Bad example then, probably. I should have used Man United. Okay, anyway. What the first thing you need to do when somebody joins your network marketing business is you need to introduce them to the family. You need to introduce them. You need to introduce them to the family. You need to introduce them to your support upline. So each and every single one of you should, and if you don't, you need to get to know, should know your 5 immediate upline. So you speak, obviously the person introduced you, you know them. Okay, so let's say Frazer is sponsored by Bob. Everyone knows I love Bob for some reason, I don't know why. I know Bob. Now I'm going to ask Bob, can you introduce me to Mary, who's his upline, and upline, and upline, and upline, and upline, until I get 5 uplines. Now the reason for this, you want to do this, is number 1, for leverage, because hey, if you're not available, you can say to that person, hey, contact Shelley, or contact Mary, or contact Sarah, okay? It's a smart thing to do, right? It's a smart thing to do, okay? The second reason is it's never nice being the new person. If you can think of your time when you were in school, I went to a private school. I was very fortunate to go to a private school, and imagine if you're in school and you've been in school for 3 or 4 years, everyone's tight, everyone's close, you know, like who's the bullies and who's the idiots and who's the cool people and all that. And then someone comes from, I'm in the north, I'm in Liverpool, and someone joins the school from London, and they're a complete and utter outsider because they're new. Okay, they get hated on, they get picked on because they're an easy target. That's the same feeling of when you're new. So your job is to introduce them and make them feel welcome. So number 1, the first thing you should ever do is introduce your new person to your team, to your support line, to your upline, and to the family that you're creating. All right. Number 2 is not build the list, guys. Number 2 is not build the list. Number 2 is you need to get the vision. All right. You need to get the vision. Now, I want you to understand this. You don't need good eyesight to have good vision. My eyesight, it's probably the first time you've seen me without my glasses on, my eyesight is so bad, and it's even giving me watery eyes doing that. It's so bad. I need my glasses. But this is what I want you to understand, okay? There was a moment in my life, I was 23, I think. Yeah, it wasn't that clear of a part of my life. I was about 23 and I was driving my car, and I couldn't really see the registration plate in front. And I remember thinking, this can't be legal. I can't tell like what's on the signs or anything. So I actually Googled it. Is it illegal not to be able to see the number plates in front of you? And it said like basically yes, go to an optician. So I went to the optician and I sat down, and for those of you who've got glasses, you'll know how this feels. You do the eye test, you're like, oh my God, that's amazing. And then you leave the opticians with your new glasses. I remember having them in my hand after I'd obviously gone and picked them up. I had them in my hand, I left the opticians and I literally put them on. And I was like, oh my God, life is in HD. This is amazing. So what did I actually do, right? I actually walked towards my car, and before I got to my car, there was this blackened out glass, okay? Like dark glass, if you can think, when the sun's on some glass and it kind of reflects back, it's like a mirror, isn't it? So I was like this, like, oh my God, I didn't know I had those wrinkles, and oh my God, this is so bad. Like literally, I could see everything. The funny thing was, on the other side of the glass was actually a restaurant. So these people were looking at me like, you absolute weirdo. So anyway, what happened is I got into my car and I put the little mirror down and I looked at myself, and I had a realization then, and I actually heard it from a guy called Zig Ziglar as well. And he basically said that we are network marketing opticians. It's our job to give the network marketing glasses to people all over the world. And so number 2 is you need to get people the vision. You need to give the vision to people. Example, all right? If there's 1,000-piece jigsaw and I give you one of the pieces, can you tell me what the picture on the puzzle is? No, you can't. You need to get the bigger picture. You need to be able to see the bigger picture to see what you're going to be creating, okay? So how'd you get the vision? How'd you get the vision? You get it by reading The 4-Year Career by Richard Bliss Brookes. If one of you wonderful people could do me a favor and just type in The 4-Year Career, then people can go and save that to their phone and save it to their desk. Now, there's 2 ways. You can buy it on Amazon or whatever it might be, okay? And you can buy it on Amazon and read the book. Okay, reading's actually better than audio. I think you have to listen to something about 6 or 7 times before you digest it, the same as a book, okay? The second way is by listening to the audio, and you can get it from Audible, or I think you can probably get it from YouTube as well. Or you can get a dodgy copy from Steve down the road. You can get a ripped off DVD, and I'm sure there's some links flowing around where you can get the PDF for free. So incredible. Loads of people. Thanks so much, guys and girls, for typing in The 4-Year Career. That will give you the vision. Now, here's the number one thing that people do. They ruin it when they get someone started, is they overtrain someone. So Bob the Builder comes into my team, and I'm so excited, and I want him to be able to sponsor the world tomorrow. So I go, right, Bob, let's get your GoPro. Let's get Eric Warren's GoPro book. Oh, it's the best book ever, isn't it? Why is it not the best book ever when someone's joining? It's a great book, but it's not the best first book, because you're going to overwhelm him with all these skills. Think about a time when you went to your job and you started a job and you sat down, and imagine if they just basically said to you, right, Frazer, you're going to be thrown in at the deep end. Skill. Do this. And you just go, oh my God, this is just too much. And you start pulling your hair out. You think, oh, I can't do this. A week later, you quit. All right. Or a week later, you just think, oh. But if your boss from that job sat you down and said, listen, we want you for the first couple of weeks to just shadow people. You are going to learn some new skills, and you are going to be doing some things that are going to get you out of your comfort zone. However, if you stick with this company for the next 10, 20, 30 years, you will be in a management position and you'll be making anywhere from 50 to £100,000 a year. Does that excite you? And you're there like, yeah, I can't wait for that. So once you've got the vision of what's going to happen to you in your future, you will then take the time to develop the skills. But if someone tries to give you the skills straight away, you're going to overwhelm someone. And what does someone who's overwhelmed and confused do? They do absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. So number 1, introduce them to your support line and your family. And number 2, get the vision. Make sure they get the vision, because I promise you that if somebody has the vision, right, a 4-year vision, which is the 4-year career, then they will stay in your business longer than someone who you don't give the vision to. I literally promise you. Go ask all the top income earners. There's some people in here who know the legend Jeff Roberti really, really well. A guy who's made close to, I think it might even be $100 million. He'll say the exact same thing. Give them the vision. Step number 3, okay, is you want to make sure you help people establish their why and set some goals with them. Goal setting is not something everyone does. In fact, a tiny percentage of people set goals, right? A tiny percentage of people set goals. And not a lot of people know what their why is. So as you probably know from me, if you've gone through the free MLM bootcamp, which is at theninjanetworker.com/free, you like FREE, you'll know how I establish people's why. And the why is obviously a 3-letter word, WHY, and that stands for what hurts you. Okay? So what I want to do, because you know I like to be interactive, I want you to write down as short as possible your why. And it could be a lot. In fact, it could be a paragraph, it could be a sentence, it could be a word. I want you to let me know in the comments below what your why is. And I'm going to read some of them out. I'm going to take the time to read some of them out. So, what hurts you? Example, I don't like being stuck in traffic. I don't want to be stuck in rush hour going to work, 2 hours there, 2 hours back. That's what hurts me. I don't like being away from my family. That's what hurts me. I don't like the fact that all my friends are going on holidays every year and I can't. That's what hurts me. I don't like the fact that my wife has to go to work and breaks her back every day. That's what hurts me. I don't like the fact that I can't pay my bills. That's what hurts me. I don't like the fact that I have to live in a house that I don't really like. That's what hurts me. I don't like the fact that I have to live in a rubbish area. That's what hurts me. I don't like the fact that I can't buy my daughter a dog. That's what hurts me. Do I have to go on? I don't think I do. What hurts you? Not a why that makes you cry. What hurts you? When you understand this and you write it down and your new team member writes it down, the whole game changes. All right? The whole game changes. So let's have a look. I couldn't buy my kids ice cream at the park. Vicky, that's incredible. Demi, traffic, that hates you. That's what you hate. Wow, it's coming up too fast. I can't buy a new car. Great why. I want financial freedom. Great why. Not having my kids go without I did. Jennifer, that's brilliant. Basically saying that she wants more from her kids than she did when she was a kid. Pension, financial security, nicer home. What hurts you, guys? So thanks for doing that. I really appreciate you doing this. And guys and girls, what I want you to do is you can go back through the recording and see these comments and screenshot them and understand. What I want you to understand is look at all this. Pretty much everyone's why is different, okay? Not everyone's got the same why as you, so it's important for you when you get someone new to sit down with them and go through with them, because this is what I want you to understand. There are a million reasons why people won't do network marketing. There's a million reasons why people shouldn't do network marketing. There's a million reasons why people won't do network marketing or like it's not to do it. But all there has to be is one great reason why. There could be a million reasons why not to do it, but all it takes is one reason why they should do it, and they will do it, and they'll stick with it, and they'll stay with it, and they will do what they've got to do. And I'm obviously just done number 3. I want you to, if you get value from this, please feel free to share it with your groups and your pages and your profiles and all that, or tag some of your team in here or a friend in here or invite people on, whatever it might be. It's always important to get up level the professionalism, especially in the UK, Europe and Australia. Those are the markets that I like to focus on. To level everyone up. It's not just about you being a professional, it's about people in network marketing being professionals. All right. Okay. Number four. We haven't even written a list yet. Number 4 is list building. All right. It's basic training. So number 4 is giving basic training. Okay. So when you give the basic training, you're not going to overwhelm them with a load of basics. You're just going to give them what they need to do now to be able to get a customer or to be able to get a distributor. So number 1, okay, so 4.1 or number 1 and number 4 is how to build a list. Okay. So how to build a list is literally column 1, names, column 2, numbers, Column 3, I like to put a little score out of 10 on what they think their influence scale is. So if you think they know a lot of people and have got influence over a lot of people, give them a 10. If you think they've got no influence over people, then give them a 1. All right? That's kind of how it is, and obviously it fluctuates. It's good to know this because the word leader in network marketing is well overused. The word influencer, you want a team of influencers, that your check will be determined by the number of influencers you have in your team. All right? It's just the way it is. Skill number 2, the basic training, is how to invite. So keep it very, very short and simple. I'm not going to go into the invitation right now, but you can ask your upline or your 5 uplines, what's the best way for me to invite people to see our product or to see our our opportunity? Okay, because there's no point in me doing that because you might be involved in a travel company, you might be involved in a skincare company, you might be involved in a weight loss company, you might be involved in a finance company, whatever it might be. And number 3 is giving them the shield to handle objections and rejections. Okay, I say this to each and every person who joins my organization in the past is, your list is not where you'll get financial freedom from. Your list is not where you'll make all your money from. In terms of I've spoke to 100 people and I've made $1 million. But your list is where you will get your skills from. Okay, your list is where you will get the skills from for you to be able to leverage and speak to strangers and other people outside of your list that will eventually make you potentially millions and millions and millions of dollars in this industry. I don't know anyone who hasn't gone through their warm market list who was a massive success. I went through my warm market list before I started building on social media. A lot of you know my story about building on social media. Okay? All right. So, number 1, introduce them to your family and support line. Number 2, give them a vision. Number 3, obviously establish their why and set their goals as well. I didn't really talk about that much, but you can set their goals with them. Number 4, give them basic training. Number 5, big one. Number 5 is you want to hold them accountable. You want to hold them accountable. My dad taught me this thing, right? He said, Frazer, I've had hundreds of thousands of people join my network marketing business. Do you think it is easier for me to call, over his time, 280,000 distributors? Would it be easier for me to call 280,000 people? Or would it be easier for 280,000 people to make 1 phone call? So you want to encourage your new rep when you're going through this. Listen, one of the daily activities you have to do is you have to contact me every single day, preferably phone, but if not, text or voice note. But you have to stay plugged in every single day. Think of it this way, okay? Have you ever had a desk fan, right? So you have these annoying desk fans, they're wired in, and it's on your desk and it's blowing and blowing and blowing and blowing and blowing. And then all of a sudden, someone trips over it and it unplugs. Does it stop straight away? No. It's going, it's unplugged, and then it starts slowing down and slowing down and slowing down and slowing down and slowing down, and it unplugs it in again, it goes up. That is what happens when you stay plugged into a system. If you unplug yourself, you slow down, you slow down, you slow down, you slow down, and you stop. So you need to encourage your distributors when they're joining, or even yourself if you're stuck right now, to ensure that you contact your upline, your active upline, your leader every single day. All right. Another one to hold you accountable. Every time they invite someone or have an objection from someone or follow up with someone, contact them. Hey, I've just spoken to Bob. Hey, I've just spoken to Fred. Hey, I've just spoken to Mary. They didn't like it. Someone's kind of interested. Tough day at the office. So you can then be there and be like, no worries. This happens. It happened to me today. It's been a bad day for me as well. Let's make tomorrow a bigger day. High fives. Yeah, come on, bring on tomorrow. So your culture in your team goes from a team full of people who are scared and confused and don't want to speak to people and scared to speak to their upline and scared of failure to, now let's go make this happen. Let's go absolutely crush this. Okay? And let me know in the comments if you're ready to absolutely crush it, type in the bottom saying, let's go. All right? Type in the comments, let's go. So I know that you're ready to literally kick your network marketing company right into action. So let's go, okay? And then the third part of holding them accountable is making sure they take part in the training, making sure they go to a company event, making sure they get on a training call, making sure they're reading books, making sure that they're taking part in the team activities to build the culture, all right? Now, Not everyone's going to do this, but guess what you do to the people who don't do it? You don't work with them. You honestly, guys, your time is so precious, and you're doing this for financial freedom and time freedom. So only work with people who are going to give you the time. All right, a day, follow your instructions. So let's go. Let's go. Right, awesome, good to see all that. Right, step number 6 of the seven steps to success when getting someone started, right, is recognize their achievements. You want to recognize their achievements. Now, a lot of people think an achievement is signing up a new distributor, getting a bonus check, hitting a rank. That's not right. This is where it will take you from being an okay leader to a great leader. You want to recognize people for attending events. Congratulations to Laura for purchasing her tickets to the GoPro event. Congratulations to Bob for buying the 4-year career book. Congratulations to Mary for attending the training call tonight. Recognition. Okay, so recognize for people attending events, people being on training calls, people reading books, people speaking to someone, people getting rejected to someone. Congratulations to Bob for being rejected 5 times today. Guess what that means, Bob? You just got the skills, and you're closer to getting a yes, and you're closer to becoming an absolute beast and a pro at network marketing. Okay? Recognize people are signing someone up, recognize someone hitting rank, recognize someone earning the most money they've ever made in their life, blah, 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 blah. Recognize the activities and recognize the small things, because that will make the world a difference. All right? Hope you're making sense. Remember, I always say small pencil is better than a long memory, and I hope your hand is numb. I hope you've got writer's cramp, and I hope you've got pages full of notes. And if you have, feel free to share this with people that you think would get benefit, especially into your team groups. It doesn't have to be on the personal domain. It could just be in your team groups for them to understand this. There's some basic training here. It's 30-minute training on how to get started right. If people aren't doing it and they implemented it, trust me, your business will start duplicating more, and you'll have a team full of people who stay with it. All right? And number 7 is you want to coach people into their failures. Now, what I mean by this is everyone's good at some things and bad at others. For example, I was always good at when I have someone in my team that I connect with them, I get to know them, but I was never really good at presenting. I didn't do a hotel presentation for, I'm not even going to tell you how many years, but it was a ridiculous amount of time because I wasn't good at it. But I was good at training people how to use social media. I wasn't really the best person at following up, but when I did have someone follow up, I was really good at closing them. I was never really any good at getting people to events, but I was really good at inviting someone, all right? So what you want to do is you want to figure out when you're speaking to people, you'll soon understand, yeah, Bob's really good at inviting because he's getting people onto the presentation. The presentation's good because it's a company presentation, but he's not following up. So I need to coach him on following up. Right? Or he's following up, but he's not getting anyone closed. That means he's not very good at closing. Right? It's either you're speaking to the wrong people, or you've got the wrong skills, or you haven't perfected your skills yet. And that takes time. So you've got to have the mindset of, guys, you're going to get nothing in your first year. If you get something from your first year, you've done well. You've done really well. But it's a 4-year career. Coming back to point number 2 about get your vision. It's a 4-year career. All right. So focus on helping people build their weaknesses because people will appreciate that. Everyone's got their natural strengths. Okay. Not everyone's got a strength. Say that. You've all got a strength. It might just not be the strongest skill in the world, but you can fine tune it. You can get better. And one day you'll become a network marketing professional. Okay. Just make sure you take the time to stay in the journey and you'll absolutely crush it. I literally guarantee it. With that being said, guys, that is today's training. Next week, I'm going to be talking to you about how to stay motivated, focused, and help your team to do the same thing. There's a certain process you've got to follow to keep yourself motivated and focused, not distracted, not looking at all the shiny pennies and all these people shouting and saying silly things about your company and your leader and all this sort of stuff, and help your team, obviously, to be able to do the same thing. Remember, if you haven't booked your ticket, we're literally so close to being sold out again. So go ahead and go to theninjanetworker.com/event, book yourself on a ticket. And if you're watching this for the first time, give us a new. If you even get to this far to the end, drop a new in the comments below. I'd love to be able to just welcome you to the group. As I said before, point number one is I want to welcome people in. So if you're new watching in, we've got people who've been watching here for months and months and months. And if you're new, it's the first one. I'd love to be able to welcome you here because obviously we're going to be getting to know each other over every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. when I do these Facebook Lives. So with that being said, again, last one, please feel free to share this and please feel free to share the UK Road Tour with people. It's going to be a great way where we can really unite the industry of network marketing, really unite people together and really kick people in the face who aren't interested in raising the profession of network marketing. All right. And we're obviously not going to be doing that at the event. We're not going to actually kick people in the face. But anyway, with that being said, thanks so much for tuning in. Remember, it's not the meat, it's the motion. All right. Good night. God bless. See you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.